Hey, well, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is your girl Saida, the domestic handmaiden of distinction, coming back again as always to you live and direct. Yay! So I'm back again to first and foremost encourage you to live a life that is victorious in Christ Jesus, because He is the one that gives us hope, gives us peace, gives us joy. When we walk in obedience to Him, there's no life like it. Things won't be perfect. Nothing ever is perfect. In this life, He said that you will suffer, but you will be able to navigate through the suffering via His grace. So I encourage you, if you've never given your life to Christ, if you are backslidden, if you are in some situation, I implore you to give your life to Him. There's none like Him. All of the ground is sinking sand. And I just want to remind you, put this caveat in, that giving your life to Christ does not mean church membership. Those two are two separate things. Totally. They're actually bipolar, one from the other. So giving your life to Christ is not the same as joining a church or attending a church or church membership. So with all that said, I have been asked or requested to do a video on my bug repellent. Yay! So thank you, Sissy Kimberly over at The Life of This Housewife. How you doing over there? So she requested that I do a video on how I repel insects. So that's what I'm here to do. And since I've received another request from Linda, the New Orleans gardener, to carry us along regarding another oil that I'll be doing, I said, let me just make this how I use my essential oils, or how I use oils series. So this is going to be a series, and at the end of the series, we're going to do what? Have a giveaway. Yay! Fanfare, fanfare, fanfare. So we're going to have a wonderful little essential oil giveaway at the end of this series. Yes, we are. So without further ado, let me get right into it. I do not like insects like that. I'm not an insect fan. I did growing up. There was nothing you can't. We had butterflies, cocoons. We play with ants and things like that. Now I'm not into spiders, not into cockroaches, not into centipedes. And then again, also ladybugs. We always like ladybugs. Different little seemingly harmless bugs, not insects that's like spiders and roaches or flies, and you know the ones. So anyway, so I do not like them, and I do not want them in my home. I do not want. They can be in my garden, the beneficial ones, but I do not want bugs in my home. And no. That's a very big no for me. So I was having a problem with spiders and centipedes, actually spiders and centipedes. So I said, and it would, and we do have a service that comes out quarterly. We do have a exterminating or management, because that's what they do as far as I'm concerned. They manage the insects, but nonetheless, we do have a service that comes out quarterly, and it is a natural service. It's not, they don't use harsh chemicals and whatnot. And if you also would like, you have animals or pets or small children, you also might not want that in your home as well. So I want to encourage you to use what I use, and or a variation of your own. So what you would need is, of course, a spray bottle. You will need a dishwashing liquid. Now, I normally use a blue dishwashing liquid. There are several ones. Joy and other makers use whatever they want. You make blue dishwashing detergent. So I normally use this dishwashing liquid here. And then I also use the various oils. Now, the peppermint, is this peppermint? Yep, the peppermint is a big oil that they do not like. Insects do not like that. be peppermint at all. I use tea tree. I use eucalyptus. I use a lavender oil. Lavender. And of course, a citronella. Now, the way you will use this will depend on which scent you like and or which insect you might be dealing with. So what I do, I take my spray bottle, of course, I fill it up with water. Sometimes I use vinegar in it as well, but not all the time. So it's up to you. You can use some white vinegar if you like, or apple cider vinegar, I don't know. But I fill this up. This is like a 16-ounce water bottle, I suppose. I fill this water bottle up with water. And did you guys, oh, you noticed my backdrop, right? Then I put maybe about 4 or 5, drops of dishwashing liquid. Could be more, could be less, depending on how powerful it is. Because what you want to do with the dishwashing liquid is going to help keep your formula together, number one, and it also does what? It immobilizes the insects. They, kind of stops them in their tracks. They can't really move because of the soapiness of this, and it also, I think it's supposed to also do something to their nervous system. But definitely, if you're using it to kill them at that point, you want to, use something. This is what is going to, number one, bind your formula together and immobilize the creature. So, like peppermint or lavender, they don't. And from what I know, certain insects they do not like the smell of lavender. They definitely do not like the smell of peppermint. Citronella, you already know that is an insect repellent and or killer definitely for some mosquitoes. Tea tree, they're not fond of. Eucalyptus, they are not fond of. So the way I do, and they also don't, sometimes I think they don't like citrusy scents as well. So you may use an orange, lemon, or grapefruit or something like that along that line. So what I do, like I said, I put maybe about 5 drops of the dishwashing detergent in it. 5 or 6 or whatever you want, and then I'll put my oils in it. Now sometimes I might put a mixture of peppermint, a mixture, like I'll use citronella, maybe citronella by itself, or I'll use lavender with eucalyptus or something like that. I use a combination of them sometimes, and sometimes I'll just use one of them. And I just spray it around the house. I'll spray it on all of the baseboards, around the floorboards around the house. I do all of the crown molding around every, like around the windows, depending on if it's summer or winter, but most of the times, like around the windows, I'll spray it, because this has a mist and a stream. So your misting is normally for when you're putting it down, but when I want to kill them, I put that stream on them. I get them, I get them. I get them, you know what I mean? I get them, because I want you to know, take it back to your friends. Don't come here, because this place is off limits to you guys. So, as I was saying, so around all the interior and exterior doors, and of course, right there, the threshold of that door, especially if you have a space under there, you don't want them crawling under there, in your bathrooms, just all around. And because, it's a very natural something, it should not, destroy anything. I even spray it on our carpeting. I don't have carpet, but I have rugs. I also mist it on the rugs, and also around our heating and air conditioning ducts. What else? Where else do I do that? Around your stoves, or, behind your stove and around your refrigerator and stuff like that. So that is where I use them, and it has really been working. I have not seen anything. I had at one time, I was really, I was getting them. but it's a good as a repellent, and of course good as a killer as well. So I hope this helped someone. Hope that I answered. Hope that I gave you enough information to help you along your way. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. Seems like I'm leaving something out, but if I am, since this is a series, I did mention that, didn't I? This is a series. Since this is a series, I will be, maybe I can mention it later. So anyway, this is your girl, Saida, the Domestic Handmaiden of Distinction, signing out for now. Please don't forget to like this video, comment if you have a comment, question. Don't forget to share this video. And if you have never subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and or share this video. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.